everybody! Welcome to Let's Chill, the show where I chill with people that I like. Okay, so it's a special Mimosa Sunday edition of my show. If you hear a little clickety clack, it's my dog Ruby. I don't know if you can see her, but she is hanging out. And I have the awesome, badass, crazy cool Talia Dillingham.
That's me.
Everybody, that's Talia.
Hi.
So how did I meet you, Talia? How did we meet?
I met you dancing at Allen
You
Hancock
danced
College.
at Allen Hancock College.
Going back.
Yes,
Like
we
t-
were dancers.
It's like almost 10 years ago.
Really?
That was like 10 years ago.
Oh my
I don't
God.
want to forget that. Scratch that.
Wow. No, that was like 2005. Okay. All right. Well.
Like when we were 10. Right? Yeah.
Yeah, we were 10.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
I mean, that makes you not old
That's
enough
where
for that
20.
mimosa then.
I know, right? I'm like, this is bad. Wow. So Talia is a stunt woman, and she is the coolest, badass motherfucking friend that I have. I'm like feel alive right now. I feel like, ooh, because we took a little ride on her motorcycle before we started filming this, and it was awesome.
You know, did some shit, wheelies, slides.
Yeah, you know, not a big deal.
Thing.
I didn't even have a helmet on.
Yeah, best
so
passenger.
whatever.
Ever.
It was really fun. So that's cool. So how long have you been, how'd you get into stunt stuff from dancing? How'd you go from dancing to stunts?
How did I? So basically, my dad was footing a bill for college, and I was like, all right, sweet, I'll go along with this. Business, science, engineering, like all came across the board. Hatred, basically.
Lots of fun things.
But
Sound great.
I was dancing concurrently the whole time, and I was like, Dad, I got it. Oh my gosh, I'm going to transfer to Irvine, and I'm going to be a dance major. And
Yeah,
I was like,
I remember that.
oh, about that, I'm not paying for that. No return on my investment. That's not a real job. Like, figure it out, kid.
Oh,
and I was
no.
like, okay, regroup. That sucks. I love performing. You're right.
Yeah.
Dancing won't be like
Moneymaker of any
not
sort.
at all. So I like started looking at options, and I grew up in LA, I grew up in California, so I went to LA, like Universal. And I remember the Waterworld show, like, it was sick to see this girl, like, fight and fall and jump off shit, and there's explosions, and yeah. As a kid, it was like, oh, that's badass, that's cool, I want to learn that. Oh, I already do that. Like, so I just thought, let's pack up your shit, move to LA, audition for the role.
Wow, was that your first audition?
Yeah, first audition ever. Like,
That's crazy.
packed up on a Tuesday, trunk full of like all of my belongings, couch surfing, audition on a Thursday. Let's see what it is. And I figured I'd fail. I was like, all right, cool. And then when I fail and the world is just this mean, cruel, ugly, like horrible place, then I'll figure out academically what I want to do, go back to college.
Right, when it just doesn't work out, but you gotta try.
I'm waiting
Gotta
for the
follow
fail.
your dream.
I'm at that point.
Mhm.
And I will mention that it was stellar because I didn't know anybody, pretty social person.
Yeah.
A bunch of girls were doing handstand contest, and I was like, oh my gosh, gymnastics, okay. Where do I need to go? Where do I need to train? Like, who do I need to talk to? And I met this girl who I loved to bits and pieces. She probably doesn't even know really who I am. Mandy Kowalski, sweetheart, super sweetheart. Hit her up. I was like, hey, you're doing this stuff. Like, what should I know? What should I do? And she's like, go here, here, and here.
Oh, awesome.
By the way, skip the live shows. Television and film is where it's at. And I was like, okay, yeah, let's look into this. And fell down the rabbit hole hard.
Wow.
So I got to perform as a Sarah Connor, which was awesome.
And I did see you in that, which
Yes.
is badass.
Oh, yes, I forgot you guys were there.
That was so cool. I was with my nephew and I hit her up and I was like, are you playing Sarah Connor at the Terminator show? And she was like, no, but I can come there and do it right now. And she just, like a boss, came and I saw her like drop through the ceiling like it was not a big deal. And then she got us like to go backstage and stuff. And it was really cool. So, and my nephew loved it.
Oh, good. I'm glad
It
to
was
hear
so
that.
cool. I was like, Talia, oh my god! Like I appreciate more than anything. I think stunt women, stunt people, whatever you want to call them, are the most badass human beings. Like just the most interesting thing to me because I never would want to do it. Never would want to do it.
Okay.
But I
We
just
like
love
you.
I really I'm an actory type, so I can do that. But and yeah, I love working doing stunts and trying like fight stuff.
Yeah.
But not like I ain't gonna like ride a motorcycle or like I don't want to go anywhere tall and scary.
Well,
So
I'll say that on behalf of the whole community, we love you. Like,
I love you all very much.
we don't have a job, basically, if all actors want to or can do their own stunts.
That's true. Like Tom Cruise, what the fuck, Tom Cruise, doing all your stunts and shit.
The
Just
truth
kidding.
is that
Thoroughly fuck you, Tom Cruise. Just kidding.
oh my gosh. What's his faith? They're all gonna come down.
Hugh Jackman.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Hugh Jackman, doing your own stunts.
Which I will say that it's awesome when actors and leading ladies and leading men can do it, but the truth is, usually big stuff like that has been rehearsed over and over and dialed in, pinpoint specific, because it's got to be safe, you know? Like,
Yeah.
you can't just, hey Laura, you want to do this thing on a bike? Sweet,
Sure.
figure it out. Oh, you're broken?
Okay, oops.
Our movie's now on hold. That's
And-
a lot of money to waste.
Yeah, like Harrison Ford just broke his foot. I don't know what maybe he didn't do anything, because he's getting up there. I mean, maybe he didn't do anything. Maybe he just went, kick the door, and like, oh shit. Like,
yeah.
But he did. He's hurt now. Now this movie that everyone's anticipating is like pushed back, which is sad.
Yeah, it's cast, it's crew, it's background, it's so many
Mm-hmm.
people's lives on hold because your name is out.
Yeah.
And you're gonna wait for them.
Like 3 months or something.
Yeah.
It's a long time.
So, you know, it's cool because we get to rehearse it, but know that goes into it. Like, yeah, we'll plug you in as the actor, so that you have your moment, and so that your audience gets to love you for that character that you are. You know, which is cool. But really, our only job, at least the way I view it, my job is to make you, because I like doubling. That's my favorite thing to do. To make that starlet awesome, look awesome, like look super badass.
Yeah.
My job is completely supportive,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't want the fame, I don't want the glory. I just want to show up,
That's amazing.
do a good job, and I want to train in my skills and my craft so that you can go, and I'm sorry if this is offensive, cry in a mirror and make funny faces.
No,
at
man.
yourself,
That's
you know,
what. Basically, that's all I do. Oh, this is shaking.
That's me.
Sorry.
I'm happy.
That's basically what I do. Is just cry in the mirror and go, why?
You gotta feel it, right?
That sounded pornish. I'm sorry. Yeah, I do porn. That's what I do.
It's a skill set.
So-
No.
That is a skill set. I wonder if there's stunt people for porn.
I have an answer to that.
You have an answer to that?
Yeah.
What is the answer to that?
There have been some full budget porns
What?
that have had stunt performers. I had somebody that I knew, actually my ex-boyfriend.
Okay.
He's like a ninja on a porn.
Like it was a ninja themed porn, or was there a scene where the ninja like cut
I hate
someone's
that I
clothes
know
off?
so much about this.
No, I love that you know so much about this.
It was, I guess, Stormy Daniels, maybe. I don't know. I don't know.
That's a cool
sorry,
porn
I'm not
name.
up on the porn. You know,
What's your porn
pop
name?
culture.
Like, what is it like? The street you lived on, and like
Oh, a dog. I think I've got Lincoln in there somewhere. Lincoln, like Daisy Lincoln.
Daisy Lincoln.
I think that, yeah, because it's like my dog's name, right? Your first
That's
pet's
your middle name and the street you lived on. No, your first pet's name and the street you lived on.
So it was Daisy Lincoln.
Mine's Indy Mariposa.
Ooh, yeah.
Fuck it, I'm changing my name to Indy Mariposa.
That sounds so exotic.
Fuck Laura Realm, it's Indy Mariposa.
Yeah, it's like Catherine Zeta-Jones.
Yeah, ooh, okay.
That's classy for you. Sexy.
So,
This
do you have any fears, like going into any specific stunt work or style? Were you like afraid of anything, or were you just like, I'm game for whatever?
I feel like with stunt stuff, there's always that healthy respect for sure. Like, there's always those butterflies, but at the same time, like usually you're dialed in and focused and hyper focused. There's an element of danger And if you're not on it, then the consequences can be big. So I would never be afraid of something. Like, I love when people are like, what's the craziest thing you've done?
Yeah.
Like, nothing. Because if I thought it was crazy, I'm not going to do it. Like, that's
a good answer.
That's a choice I have. Granted, you may not love fire. Okay, so that's crazy to you because you wouldn't take it on. I do. I like it.
Like, she's literally been on fire. You can see it right now.
Yeah.
Look at it. That was amazing. So okay. Wow, that's really interesting.
It's a mindset. We're our own breed of people, you know? Like, I can't sit at a desk 9 to 5 and get a steady paycheck. That's not a happy life for me.
Me neither.
But a lot of people, like, I love that you do that. It means I don't have to, so thank you.
Everyone's passion is different. I don't like math or spreadsheets, so there's that.
I can do math.
It's my dog's tail. Ruby, come here, babe. She hasn't even been. Her name's Ruby. She's a basset hound. She's just laying on the ground. She was like totally up in our faces before we started filming. Now she's.
I think it's a contact thing. Like, we must be in contact.
She's just laying on her.
Okay, let's see if I ignore her. I've been
just ignore her. Ignore her.
Everyone ignore. Turn away. Look away.
Listen, you can hear her.
She's like anxious.
Don't pet her.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's working. I'll go for your close-up. Oh,
okay.
What a sucker.
No, she's being silly.
She knows.
What a cutie. What's the most? Do you have like a favorite, like, thing you've worked on or stunt that you've worked on that you're like, wow, that's really cool? Like, any part of like your reel that you're super proud of, or?
I mean, I'll say I'm still like pretty up and coming, so I'm training a lot, which is good. And I focus on wires. I absolutely love to fly. Like, I can be pretty, I can be wrapped. Like, there's a thing called a ratchet, and it's a
ratchet.
Yeah, it's like a pneumatic device. Literally, I'm here, and then in 2 seconds flat, I'm gone.
It's like when, like, Mission Impossible, when he's like, it's like explosion, and then he lands on the train. Is that like a wire?
I don't know exactly what you're talking about. I wasn't there. I don't want to speak to it, but very likely, very possible.
Like, where someone in it, like in a superhero movie, where someone's like, if I go whoosh, and you go whoa, and you're like force push you back.
Yeah,
would that be like a wire?
You can use wires for a lot of stuff.
That sounds fun. I think I'd do that.
You can do like green screen water stuff and like put me on a wire and I'll like swim for you.
Like a mermaid.
Yeah. Huh. I really like flipping. I'll do this one thing where I'll like try to walk in a circle on my wire.
Like that.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But then you can also like pull into things. Like, there's an explosion, you land in a car, so it's like this big pull and then a wreck, which I like hard hitting. I'm resilient. Like,
you're just a fucking badass.
Bang into stuff.
I love it. I bruise, like, I'm like, oh shit, I hit my hip on the car door.
Well, and that's the other thing is people are like, oh, do you get hurt all the time? And I think I'm calibrated for a different kind of hurt. It's like, oh, yeah. I'm broken. That sucks. Okay.
Like, literally your leg is broken.
Who's got like some painkillers? Me, like, I can walk it off. I'll finish the day. Whatever. Like,
damn.
I when I broke my foot, I didn't go to the hospital until later that night. I didn't realize what had happened.
Right.
Like, it came down, it hurt, and it was like, something's not right. And I was always told, like, you'll know when you break something because you'll cry. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. So I wasn't crying. So I was like, well, that just sucked a lot. So I, like, tried to put weight on it. It was a jet ski. I learned a lesson the hard way. Stupid. Anyways, put my weight on it. And I immediately, like, picked it up. I was like, oh, that's bad. All right, cool. Walk it off. You'll sleep, ice it, elevate it. You'll be good as new in the morning. I finally, like, had my day at the beach, went to dinner.
Are you serious?
Hung out. I just, like, was hopping around places. Like, I figured your body heals. It's resilient.
It does.
That's its job. I just thought maybe I'd have a faster recovery, like, in a day. So I go home. I'm supposed to work the next day. And I was like, sweet. I'll shove it in a combat boot. Like, wrap it up. Yeah. I'll be good. My roommate looks at my foot and he's like, your foot's the size of a softball. you're ridiculous. Have that looked at. And I was like, no, I gotta work tomorrow. And he's like, okay, well, have a doctor tell you that. I was like, I see your challenge, sir. This doctor is gonna say I'm fine.
You need a challenge.
And then they didn't.
They said no.
Well, they looked at the X-ray at first. It's a small hairline fracture. The physician's assistant comes in and she's like, "Oh yeah, you're good, ready to go." She looks at my foot. She's like, "Well, I'm gonna double check that. There's something wrong." She comes back. She's like, "Yeah, you're broken." I was like,
"That's insane."
And
crazy.
It was ridiculous because the guy like comes and sets my foot and everything, and I'm wincing and like. It sucks a little bit. And he's like, wow, I've got an 80-year-old with the same break. Like, she didn't have any problem. What's your deal? Do you want more pain meds? And I was like, more? And he's like, did you get some? I was like, no. And he's like, oh, so you felt all that? I was like, yeah. He's like, okay, I'm sorry.
Oh my God. So you basically have a really high pain tolerance. Yeah, let's go with she has a high pain tolerance because...
different, yeah.
I would cry like a little bitch if I've never broken a bone, and I've never been stung by a bee. So if any of those two things happen to me in my life, I'm going to flip the fuck out and not be okay.
If you're allergic to a bee sting.
I don't know if I am. I should probably get that tested. My dog's even been stung by a bee.
Here's the trick, okay? I had to do some research. I got stung on my motorcycle.
Okay.
So I was riding, and I just feel this pinch in my leg, and I was like, oh! What? That was a rock. Like, something hit me. Fine. You're exposed. It happens. I started doing a dance. It's, like, burning. I was like, what the hell? I'm on the freeway, pull off, and I look down, and there's this bee, like, walking in circles on my thigh. And I was like, oh, my God. I had this freak out, and I flicked it off.
Yeah.
I don't want to hurt it.
You don't kill things.
Don't kill things. But at the same time, like, the stinger was already, but apparently it's when it detaches from the abdomen. So I was like, I don't want to hurt you, but I can't get this, like, I can't do anything. Flicked it off, it was done. And then I went about my day, ended up meeting a friend, take off my pants, and now I've got, like,
oh, shit,
a big old red spot. Pop on my phone. Do not go for a bee stinger with tweezers.
Okay.
This is valuable information, guys.
Do not go for the stinger with tweezers.
Don't go for stinger with tweezers. It's got like a sac in its abdomen. So when it splits off, that sac stays and it's on the stinger. And that's what pumps like the venom in.
So if you pump it at the tip, it'll pump into you more.
You just like dump this whole venomous sac into your body.
Sounds great.
So the trick is you scrape it off. And credit cards are kind of the thing.
Credit cards.
IDs, things like that.
Okay.
So you just scrape it off and
fake IDs, you got lying around.
Pop that stinger out. You're not good
Coke,
as new.
Razor blades, because of Coke.
Razor, yeah. I don't know what
I don't know. What are you talking about? Oh yeah, the razor blade's not a good idea.
And do it quick, cause they dig. I don't know how. I never got the stinger out because I didn't like address it right away. So by the time I got to a point where I could. It was embedded, and then my body just handled it.
So it's still inside you?
No, I mean, I think it's like a splinter, like, you know, the anatomy and functions. It goes and, like...
It's like, let's break this down.
Disassembles it, yeah. But it just meant a week of, like, irritation versus, like, scrape it off, call it good a day later.
Crazy. I would be in the hospital within 5 minutes. 5 fucking minutes.
So if I like ever get bit by a snake or something and there's venom, you wouldn't suck it out?
I'd suck it right out of
you.
Mm-hmm. I'm not afraid of snakes. I'm afraid of a lot of things. I'm not afraid of snakes at all. When I was growing up, my uncle had pythons, he had rattlesnakes, and I was just exposed to them at a really young age.
Whoa.
I love reptiles. Like I love snakes. I'm not afraid of them. I'm not even really afraid of rattlesnakes. I wouldn't go near them.
They'll
but
fuck your shit up.
But I mean, I feel like...
That's worse than a bee sting.
I know, but I mean, I wouldn't go near it, but I mean, I know...
Okay.
I know, I learned this little rhyme, what is it, like, red and black, put it in the sack, red to yellow, kill the fellow, as the coloring on the snake, like if you... I think that's right, I'm not sure. That's what I'm gonna go by.
Google that.
But I love snakes.
Verify.
Yeah, so oddly enough, that's one thing I'm not afraid of, is reptiles.
So you could have done like the Britney thing with that awesome,
Yeah,
like whatever, and just dance. Yeah.
I could have been her double. That was a beautiful snake that she had, like that milk python. Gorgeous
You
animals.
could just identify it, like, wow.
I guess
Hidden
I'm
talent.
I just love snakes. I'm not. When guys are afraid of snakes, I'm like, you're a fucking pussy, dude. Like for real. Like That's sad. I just go, really? I don't know. But I'm afraid of irrational things like sharks. That's my biggest fear.
Really?
Yeah, like great white sharks. Like when I'm in the swimming pool to this day, I can't close my eyes underwater because my brain goes, there's a shark, you're gonna die.
In a swimming pool.
Or like if there's a shadow in the pool, like I think it's gonna be I have a very active imagination.
Can I tell you about the first time I saw a shark?
You've seen a shark.
I've seen a shark. In like my grab bag of goodies, I'm scuba certified.
That's
Been
amazing.
working on my certs. I actually just got rescue, navigation, did my first wreck dives at San Diego.
No way.
Oh, so beautiful.
Wow, okay.
There's a ship called the Ruby.
Oh,
Ruby, and
it's a ruby.
it's gorgeous. Yeah, like it's overgrown in red and stuff. Anyways, one of my first dives, I was diving with like an ex-Navy SEAL, or I don't know, credentials. Like,
That's incredible.
Guy's got over 1,000 dives, nuts. And he is pretty bold. I like going in the water. It's like my aquarium. I'll look at you in your home environment, see what you do. I always think of Nemo every time. It's awesome. But he comes up to me with clasped hands, and I don't know what he's got. And there's no talking underwater. It's tough.
He goes like this.
Well, he's got, like he swims
goes
up to
like-
me, and I have no idea what's happening. And then he just opens his hands, and there's this little, like, fish. It's maybe that long. He's got big hands, so like that long.
Mhm.
And it was a baby sand shark.
Aww.
And it was crazy. I knew it was a shark straight away. Like, it had those sharky eyes. And I think my response was just like bubbles everywhere. I was like, oh my God, swim away. But it was so small. I wasn't going to do anything.
Yeah.
Death
Oh
in your
my God.
hands. Put it back. Put it back. We're fine. We lived.
I would have shit my pants inside my scuba suit.
have.
I can't go under. I'm afraid of the ocean. Like I love looking at it. It's magical. If I had to go in it, I would have a panic attack before the shark ate me, and I would just die. I would just be like, if they were a great white, a mile away,
Oh
and
no.
I would just die because I'm so scared.
Well, the rumors are punch it in the nose.
I know. I know that, and like the nose and the eyes, just to like you have to like Three Stooges.
But
the
that
shark.
means that you're like staring a shark down. Serious?
I can't think about it.
I
can't watch-
Let's go toe to toe, shark. You and me. I got this.
If I have to see like a video of a shark, I like get really scared. Even a video, it's like an irrational fear.
Could you
It's
do-
called an irrational fear.
I don't know why the way you said that. I want you to make a song called Irrational Fear.
Irrational fear of sharks. Okay, we can do that.
You can do that.
I'll make that happen.
But
Next
like then the
episode.
tunnels, like where you're like people shuttled through.
Oh
And you
hell no!
How-
That glass can break if there's an earthquake. No. The glass can break and the sharks will fall on top of your face.
So
That'll be a line in the song.
you might drown first. I feel like you have bigger problems than the sharks though. If that glass is gonna break, like it's not gonna be the shark to get you,
That's true. You'd probably just drown.
or die falling object, or like there's a lot of ways that it could happen.
You would drown.
Anyways,
I'm terrified of that. But yeah, snakes, no problem. Bring me a snake.
sweet.
Bring on the snakes. That's cool that it's just, when you're a stunt person, it's not about you so much, like what you look like, with actors, it's like, you know,
It's the face, the money.
it's
maker.
all about this right here and your body, and it's like, you do have, I mean, obviously, if you're a stunt person, you're in shape. I mean, you do all these different things,
Yeah.
but actors, we gotta stay fit. Which brings me to my next segment, shit I like. Shit I like. So today, I'm going to share my yoga mat with everybody, because it took me a while to find a good yoga mat, because I kept slipping on the one I bought at Target. It was kind of cheap, but I finally, after returning a few, found the Jade Yoga mat. Jade Yoga. I believe this is the thin travel size one. Feel. It's
Oh wow.
and it's real, like when I'd be in downward dog and I'd be like, oh shit, I'm slipping. Like it's really great for traction. It's light. Has pretty colors. It's literally the
I
best.
feel like it should
mat
only be
that I've had.
jade though. Like
There is a green one. I know.
God,
I like purple.
the
But,
name, it's the brand.
but yeah, if you're looking for yoga mat, seriously, the Jade Yoga, and it's a smaller size, and I'm tall, and I'm like 5'7", and it still works for me. So, Jade yoga mat. Shit I like. So, I will ask you this. If there are any aspiring stunt people out there that maybe, if you're on YouTube, you make videos where you crash into things and shopping carts and like, you like it a little too much, and maybe you should be a stunt person. I mean, you know, if you like the light shit on fire, and maybe you should be a stunt person and do it professionally and channel that. Because you might burn down your house, you should channel it. What would you like? What's the first step to becoming a stunt person if like kids are watching and they're like, I want to do that, you know?
Well, before we get into that, I'll make the distinction. This is a biggie. There's stunts and there's daredevils. The trick to doing stunts, because like, yeah, it's true, you're clumsy, you're klutzy, you do things, you're dumb, you get hurt. That's not the job. That's not what we do. What we do, we make it look good, and then we get up and do it again, and again, and maybe again, and we go until the director loves it, the whatever, you know, forces that R or B say we're good. And then we might have to do something else completely different. So that's where kind of like working through injuries will happen. I had a friend that did something, falls out of a place, set deck puts up curtains. She gets tangled and actually slams into the wall, tumbles down, and they're like, okay, great, we want one more. She's got broken ribs now, but she, you know, has to do the job. So she's like, yes, we go right now. She got up, did it again. Oh my God. That's not the idea. Like, you don't want to have to work injured, and you don't want to have to stop your job and recover.
Right.
So if you do daredevil stuff, stupid shit that gets you hurt.
Pretty stupid.
Reevaluate if you want to do stunts, because we don't want the daredevils. Part of our job is to make it look amazing and keep it safe.
That's cool.
Which is a skill set. Part of it is training and just get the skill set and just fall down really well.
Like maybe take like a gymnastics class maybe
to
start out with.
So if you're looking to get into it, then there's like a couple specialties that everybody comes from. If you love cars, a lot of race drivers, motorcycle drivers for sure. If you've done any track days, things like that, you can whip the ass end around. Okay, cool. Car stuff, there's Rick Siemens, there's Bobby Orr, there's driving, I think, East. There's a few classes that you can take for stunts. They'll teach you like what it is to be a professional martial artist. A lot of martial artist people, you know, they'll go up the ranks, they'll do the competition circuit. Well, they've got beautiful kicks and punches and stuff like that. They'll pick up choreo real quick. Dancers
choreography.
There we go.
For those who don't know the acronym of choreo, which is awesome. Choreo.
Dancers will actually pick up choreography real quick. Dancers will also react like a motherfucker because they've got such good body awareness. It's not like, oh, and then gunshot, ugh. It's like, oh, in my shoulder. Like, I can isolate it to one part.
That was really cool. Can you do that one more time?
Yes. Ugh. Yeah. I think it's the sound you're excited about.
No, it looks really cool, actually.
Or, I mean, dancers have nuances, too. It's like, if I take a punch, is it, like, the top of my head? Is it the jaw? Like, fine-tuning. Gymnasts are great. Flippy, twisty, tumbly, powerful people. That always feeds well into stunts. They usually are really driven, especially if they're high-level gymnasts. It takes a lot of dedication. They've probably learned to fall, just like martial artists have learned to fall. You just gotta act it out. Gymnasts love pointing their toes, though. You gotta break that habit if you're gonna perform stunts. Most of the time, they don't want pretty pointed straight lines. They want ugly, like, ow.
That's awesome.
Factor. Circus people are really good on wires, usually good at heights. All these things feed into it.
That's awesome. So kind of find your specialty and get something going. That's amazing.
Stuff.
Okay.
Yeah. Do what you love to do and then just get better at it. And then there's the networking aspect, so make friends.
Come to a city that, if you want to be film and TV, come to LA. Come on over. The water's
or
kind of fucked
Georgia.
up sometimes.
We got a lot of friends here. I'm kidding.
Or Georgia. Yeah, come to Georgia.
Georgia, Louisiana, New York, popping off.
I kind of
tough.
What?
It is tough though, because just like acting, it's always oversaturated. Nobody's getting enough jobs.
But hey, it worked out for you and I so far.
So far.
We're on the road to failure.
There it is. every day.
Every day we could fail.
That's all I want, really. That's how I know I made it.
Speaking of failure, I kind of want you to teach me like a move or a stunt. I kind of want to try something.
What do you want?
In my backyard.
What do you want?
I don't know. Maybe a fight move, because I'm good.
I
I'm kind of
need
good at that.
intention.
I want to fight you.
So it's like, oh, but I gotta know. I gotta be here. Okay. Hey, hook up. Oh yeah, hook up. Fuck you, bitch.
So that was awesome. I'm like really sweating.
Oh, my pup's here. So, mommy, we're fighting.
Yeah.
That was awesome, dude. I'm like sweating so bad. Now's a game I call chalk, or a segment, chalk.
Oh.
So take a piece of chalk, chalkboard behind you. Try and write your name without looking.
Oh.
Don't need that.
Should I just do it left-handed
forwards.
too?
You can do whatever you want. It's just a game.
Is that even-
I just
okay,
like
wait,
to
okay.
watch people do it. That's
Sweet. I have no idea where that line is.
Ruby's not watching you too.
That's like elementary school, like maybe.
It's looking
Kindergarten, some bullshit. Wait, I want to get creative. Let's see. Different A?
Oh. Are you done? Okay, look.
That's me. Yeah. Oh yeah.
And let's see, you kind of did it.
Oh, dude, that's a 6 from
Tally 6.
I like
awesome.
it. That's the logo.
I like it.
That's the A I was going for.
Yeah. You did like the back.
Dude, it's like perfect reverse. Look, it's symmetry. Perfect.
I like it.
Huh.
Good job.
Huh.
Excellent.
Do you want to eat this? You can't.
I feel like I cheated though. I've got an easy name. I've got a lot of straight lines.
Well, Joe couldn't even do his.
Really?
No.
You
Sorry.
need to like collage the side by side of everybody's.
It's a fun game. I know I should
It
leave them
is.
all up, but
Good.
it's kind of hard to.
No, I'd start writing over the people.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it's been real. Thank you so much for doing this. Kind
Yeah.
of an impromptu episode. I'm
Right?
sweating my balls off right now, so
I was really coming over for 15 minutes.
she's like, get me the fuck out of here. She's having to like work and be interviewed and shit. So, thank you, Talia. Do you have any social media places that people can find you? Your reel, anything? IMDb?
I keep my real private.
Private.
You gotta know me. Gotta be in the inner circle or able to hire me. And
Hire her.
and then you can see it for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, IMDb Talia. You know.
Yeah.
K. Gotta rep my middle name. Dillingham. I'm one of those pretentious assholes of like,
It's
okay,
not
I got a middle name, but it's not cool enough to put. But it is. Talia K. Dillingham. If you're really in the world like and it matters and you want to like stalk me, have at it, I guess.
Do you have Twitter or anything like that?
I don't tweet. I've got a Facebook for sure. That might happen. Stunt Fun, I Stunt. Those are like stunty directories. My resume's there, some photos. I think that might be a sneaky way to see my reel.
Well, if there are any people out there, she's
Yeah.
great. She's awesome.
Thanks.
She's badass, and I love you.
If anything though, Two Wheeled Chronicles. It's a brainchild right now.
Ah,
Note it. Mental note.
noted.
Two Wheeled Chronicles. It's
Okay.
coming.
Right. Sweet. It's coming to you.
Thanks, yo.
Thank you. Cheers. Very adventurous day.
Yeah. Cheersies.
Cheersies. Bye bye.